All right, Juliana. So back here at the IOA Championship, our current champion of the IOA Championship, kind of just talk about, the feelings of being back after winning here last year and doing it, in record-breaking fashion at the time when you were here last year.
It feels like it was a long time ago, to be honest, but just seeing like my pictures with the trophy once I got back, it was pretty incredible. It brings back some memories. Even when I was practicing out there like today and yesterday, I was kind of like, I kind of remember everything that I did, and yeah, it feels pretty cool.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned when you were out there, was there anything, maybe a certain shot you hit during that, final round or throughout the week, or maybe a really good shot that you hit that you kind of, when you were walking by, kind of remembered that?
I actually just remembered one shot during the final round where I hit it under a tree. My caddy told me that. You remember that tree? I was like, yeah, that's when I made double. But that was the only thing. But I guess because I didn't make many mistakes that week, so yeah.
And then obviously last year, 21 under par, you became the first epson-tour player to ever finish 20 under or better when you did that. And then obviously Fiona one-upped you by one shot over in Copper Rock. But, you gave that number for everyone to chase. How did it feel at the time, to do something that no one has done on the Epson Tour?
Um, I feel like that week, just in general, was a bit unreal. It was like a dream, to be honest. I didn't think about playing well. Well, I knew I had the game, but I just never thought about the score like the whole week. Even after like shooting 8 unders, I was just kind of like, I'm just gonna go out there and enjoy.
And then last year, your rookie year, ups and downs, obviously a win. Unfortunately, didn't sneak into one of those top 15 spots. But what did you learn from last year that you're really trying to implement this year?
I felt like last year, towards the end of the year, I was kind of getting a bit tired. It was like my first year playing so many tournaments in a row, and obviously my first year in the US, so I wasn't quite used to so much traveling. I think this year my main goal is to, every week don't tire myself out, mentally and physically, have a better plan for practice.
And then, already started off pretty well this year, currently in the top 15 right now for the race for the card. Kind of just talk about, like you said, what have you worked on, maybe before the year? And then when we had this 5-week break in between tournaments, is there anything, that you tried to work on that maybe wasn't up to your standards those first 3 weeks?
Yeah, during off season, I kind of had an injury, so I rested a little bit. But after that, I started working with a new swing coach, and then we made some adjustments to my swing and also with my strength and conditioning coach. I think just mentally though, during the Florida swing, I was better than last year. I think everything is not so new, so I wasn't afraid or scared of anything. I knew more people, everyone was like friendly, so I just felt like not so much of a rookie. And then now I feel pretty comfortable playing on Epson.
And you see, players post, their goals for the year. Like Justin Thomas does it every year. I want to try to do this, this, and this. At the end of this year, 2025, what are some goals that you would really like to see yourself hit?
Obviously, the ultimate goal is to make the LPGA, get top 10 in the year. But I want to be more consistent this year. Don't be like last year, just have one win and don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the year. I think getting 5 top 10s is my main goal this year, and just to be more in contention. And yeah.